Welcome to a Sentinel review of The Last of Us from HBO. Warning, this review will have many spoilers. This episode begins with an elderly couple who are held against their will by Joel and Ellie for directions to Wyoming. The couple seems to be taking the situation very lightly, as if they are glad to have company of any kind. The couple advised them not to go to their western destination as they saw many dead people and the infected near that area. The couple never heard of Tommy. Joel and Ellie left the couple unharmed and went on their way. Ellie remains her cheeky self and stole a few rabbits for food. Joel uncharacteristically had a panic attack, his first shown in the series. Months passed by, and one night Joel fell asleep and it was Ellie who had to play guard. Joel had a shoe that needs to be taped as it's too worn out for traveling. The location where these scenes were shot depict the game very well. Both of them saw a dam and they were nearby Wyoming where Tommy is. What welcomed them were a group of masked people, and their first order of business was to let an attack dog sniff at Joel and Ellie. Joel tried to talk his way out of this, but for some reason the dog did not detect Ellie was infected. This was a suspenseful moment as we know that Ellie is indeed infected, and previously, a device did scan her for positive for infection. Upon further questioning, Joel said he is looking for his brother Tommy. It was Tommy's wife Maria who allowed Joel and Ellie in their walled home when she learned who Joel was looking for. The two brothers finally reunite and were glad to see each other, but their happy moment was not going to last. In their new place, Joel and Ellie began to enjoy many comforts of a normal town. They have power, beds, normal food, even movies were shown to the people there. Joel jokingly mentioned the place has communism, but Xi Jinping is nowhere to be seen for confirmation. A good question would be, why not stay in the secure area and forget about everything? Joel and Tommy had plenty to catch up on, and they would also have plenty to squabble about. Tommy said that it was Maria's group who aided him after he left the Fireflies. Tommy revealed that he is married to Maria, shocking Joel. Maria is pregnant, and because of that, Tommy initially rejected Joel's request to escort Ellie to the Fireflies. Joel then forced Tommy's hand, tearfully admitting that he is suffering from the trauma of all the mad tragic events with his daughter, Sam and Henry and Tess. Joel's age is catching up with him, and he cannot handle the pressure anymore. Joel had multiple panic attacks and then doubted himself he is still able to help Ellie arrive to their destination. Joel told Tommy that Ellie is immune to the infection, but Tommy had surprisingly no reaction to that news. Like none. Maybe Tommy did not believe what Joel said, or what he has heard of other false claims before. Ellie overheard Joel's plan, and she was visibly wrecked that another person in her life would abandon her. Ellie did not grow up with family nor stability. So the next morning, Ellie's journey will continue with Tommy. For some reason, Joel was at the horse's stable and made Ellie decide who will escort her to the University of Eastern Colorado. In a split second, Ellie chose Joel and the two resumed their journey. Much was said about Joel's plight in this episode. Was Joel really breaking down, both physically and mentally? It seems Joel still cannot get over all the trauma and losses that he had to endure, namely his daughter and Tess. Joel cannot protect Ellie when they were cornered by the masked people near Wyoming and a trained dog was ready to attack Ellie. But why did Joel change his mind at the last minute? I would like to believe that it was Tess' plea that made Joel stay the course. Also, maybe it was because Ellie started to mean more than just cargo to Joel. Their bond was getting stronger. As for Ellie, all it took was for a mere plan to have Tommy escort her to mess up her mind. The episode is not yet over. The two went on to the University of Eastern Colorado. The scene was so similar to what was presented in the game, including the escaped monkeys. It seems the place was abandoned already by the Fireflies. However, some bandits were still around. One of them tried to attack Joel and Ellie, and Joel had to pull off his familiar headlock maneuver in the game. The bandit, however, was able to stab Joel in the stomach area. In the game, Joel's injury was much worse as he had to fall down from a floor to a metal object that punctured his guts. Ellie and Joel managed to escape the other bandits using their horse. Once in a safe place, Joel immediately fell down and Ellie is now left on her own for the first time. What started as an emotional and dramatic episode quickly turned into a life-threatening one at the last minute. It is surprising to see how much pace can rapidly change. I remember when I played the game, I considered Joel's fatal injury as possibly one of the biggest shockers in the game. It was crazy then that I now had to control Ellie for the rest of the game. Worse things are still to come, though this episode already showed one of the worst moments.